Jennifer, you know, I guess it's the events in your life and your interests in your life that lead you on a career path. How was it that you got involved with senior services?
Okay. Well, a couple of different reasons. I would say that, you know, one of the reasons is because I really enjoy educating people. I spent 20 years in the education field before getting into this business. I spent 7 years teaching elementary school, and then when I had my first child, I left the classroom and I began consulting, training teachers, revamping curriculum for school systems, and, you know, working with parents, students, administrators, the whole gamut. And so when I was looking for a change, I wanted to make sure I was still going to continue to educate people. And much like education, it's about caring about people.
Sure.
And personally, you know, a lot of people will look at me and wonder how I would have any life experience with something of this. And I actually lost both of my parents quite young. And I was 19 when my mom passed away, and I was 26 when my dad passed away. Both of, you know, two different things. My mom passed away in a wonderful facility that had a hospice area, and my father passed away at home with the help of myself and family members and my husband.
You must have been fairly young, though. I mean,
I was young. It was a lot, and at that time there really weren't, you know, as many, or certainly hardly any, companies that offered services that I think we greatly would have benefited from. So I do have the personal experience, which is kind of rare for somebody at my age. But I think that one of the most powerful things, and I think parallels from my previous career, is that when I taught elementary school and I taught special ed for a period of it, I'd be sitting at a table with the parents of the students. And we'd be coming up with a plan, and part of it was to coordinate with the OT, the PT, speech, you know, all the different services that were going to be provided. And now it has transitioned into most often being in a meeting with the children of the parents and facilitating the same sorts of, you know, what plan are we going to have? What can we do to make, you know, things easier for the family?
Okay. How does it work? And when I say that, I'm a senior, and I am a senior, but I'm not ready for kids. But my understanding, they say, I would say, well, I'm not ready for this. You would tell me, you start planning now for this. Am I correct?
Well, yes. I mean, I think it's everybody obviously is in a different timeline, has a different level of comfort with when they need help. I think one of the best things to do is to be able to find out all the resources and the options in your area, and that's something I've spent quite a bit of time on, because there's a real need for people to know what the options are. I mean, I'm a planner. A lot of things, you know, it's great to plan, but some things happen out of the blue and you can't plan for. So, you know, companies like mine are able to help people with a minimal amount of care, where it could just be companionship. It might be something where someone is getting just, you know, 4 hours a day, to 24/7, which is somebody that needs to have sort of supervision around the clock to live in, if that's an option that they want to have and make sense for the family. So I think that knowing what your options are is always a great idea. Again, going back to educating, you know, the different things. But there's so many resources in the area that people can start taking advantage of that I would really highly recommend.